All right. Welcome back again. Again. Yes, I am still wearing the same shit that I was wearing in the last few intros and outros because I do it all at the same time. Inside Hollywood. Crisscross applesauce. Deal with it. Nothing's ever done in order. But whatever. And of course, just the fact that we're basically just doing this like every 3 weeks. And well, it seems to be working out good. And I'm able to bring back the articles again for you guys, so that's a good thing. But we should have more here in the middle of this episode. You'll see. And let's see what else. I actually don't even remember what we talk about in this episode. I closed out, but well, you'll hear it in a minute. So just sit back, keep watching, and I will see you at the end of the episode. Actually, speaking of money and bowls, I was telling you about that fucking napalm blunt last time, the big one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, now that
I can actually
am
go for
getting
some
more
weed right
money,
now. I'm not gonna lie.
well, now that I'm making more money, next time we record, I'm getting one of those
Doing the napalm blunt
for myself here. Yeah.
Okay, so
And
basically, we're gonna have an hour's worth of content, and then you're gonna have to cut out the 6 hours where you're just like,
oh, I won't cut it out. Just be like, click, done.
yeah, just fucked out of your mind,
Yeah.
dude. All right, do it, man. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Oh, me too.
Freaking,
Hold me to it.
how much is the napalm blunt?
It was like $100.
That's pretty expensive for weed. I mean, for a single
Well,
blunt.
again, remember it's like this thick
Jesus Christ, you're gonna die.
and this long.
Okay, so so you're telling me I actually have to be on for 4 hours next time to make sure you take the camera and have it follow you back to your bed where you don't die, and I have to watch you sleep for an hour to make sure you're okay.
Oh no, I'll be stuck right here. That's how that's gonna work.
Oh God. So next series we're gonna have a telethon.
Yeah.
Call in, and if you get one of our numbers, just please tell me it's gonna be okay. You don't even have to give me money.
There's just be an hour
Please.
of this.
Just yeah, Carson like this. You'd be like, Carson, you dead?
Hello.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Let's see. Oh, switch gears a bit.
Go for it.
What have you been listening to?
Ooh, fuck. Oh, so I've been on a bit of an electro kick recently.
God.
So not metal. I know. But I've been for those just this. You'll never hear me talk about this stuff usually ever. I've been listening to a lot of Ferry Corsten, Tin Liquor, Eric Prydz, Dead Mouse, my two favorites generally. A lot of lo-fi actually. I like listening to lo-fi in the morning. If you go to YouTube and type lo-fi girl, there's a radio channel on YouTube that's basically just like super chill, kind of almost jazzy, like electro tunes. Not like it's not a dance beat. It's more like a kind of slow, kind of mellow feeling. So I've been into that recently for the mornings. When I have been listening to metal, I've been listening to a lot of In Flames, lot of stuff like that. At the Gates a bit. Some. Oh, what was the other one I was listening to recently? Shit, I'll look. It was in my like song. So what did I do? Major Parkinson, kind of more gothy metal, and all Amal Nethkroth, Durante and Amor, Carpenter Brett. He's like metal 80s retrowave, which is really good. Eye of the Enemy, Orbit Culture. And there's like, and Strapping Young Lad too was another band I listened to recently.
That's an old one. That's
Yeah,
some good old Devin Townsend.
yeah, dude, Devin Townsend, that fucking guy, fucking brilliant bastard.
One. He is kind of a weird one. I have that the Ziltoid album.
Oh yeah,
that was strange.
Is it that Devin Townsend? He's the one that has like the two concept metal albums that are almost all instrumental, and like one's called Devin Townsend Part 1, and the second album is like,
maybe
I might be thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of like Dimitri something.
I mean, Ziltoid's a concept album.
Yeah,
a
true.
weird one, but
dude, prog metal, like when you get into it, is just like some of the coolest shit, and then like sometimes it's like, what the fuck am I listening to?
It's like, I like it, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But no,
usually it's the opposite.
Actually, that reminds me of say electronica. Do you know who Sullivanking is?
Sullivanking, no. What kind of electronica?
So he's EDM.
Okay, so
However,
like house, or
I think more like he's more dubstep.
Ugh, okay, yeah.
But he's switched and decided to get into metal.
I honestly believe that
he's got some good
metal,
stuff.
metal and electronica or house or anything really are way more compatible than most people would think. Like the Algorithm is a perfect example of that. The Algorithm is an instrumental band, metal, and they're very genty, dubsteppy, but without more emphasis on the gent, and really fucking good. Like and also like a lot of what they record kind of sounds like 8-bitty electronica. It's very cool.
But no, so they actually started playing some of his new stuff on the Octane channel on Sirius.
Oh, nice.
That I normally listen to.
Yeah,
so
Octane.
He has one. He has well, the big one that they came out with is he did a song with the singer from Ice Nine Kills. It's really good.
Seriously? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, straight up. And then he's also got one with the down with the singer from Fever 333.
Don't know that one.
They're interesting. They're kind of like a more modern version of picking up where Rage Against the Machine left off.
Okay.
A little bit like they're kind of in that vein.
Like that line that bleeds like punk and metal, like most bands, like some of those bands do. Like it's like where thrash metal starts to become punk, but it's still metal almost. Just depends.
Yeah.
Well, not thrash necessarily, but thrash is close.
And horribly political, but yes.
Yeah, most of the time. Anytime you have punk influences, it's always political. I mean, Lambofgod's most recent album was so fucking good, but it was so overtly political. Like it was just like very clearly on the nose. Like the lyrics were not insanely creative. Meanwhile, and this is actually something else that I've been listening to, I forgot to mention, Gojira's new album. Fucking amazing. But the entire thing is very political. It's very much like human rights oriented. This is happening. But like, you'd never know that unless you cared so much about the music to dig a little more. And that's kind of the brilliance of that approach, is make your art so good that people are curious as to what your inspiration was. And if it's like, oh, they made the chant because of the Tibetan refugees. They made Amazonia because of the fucking Amazon forest. You know, it's like, and that's actually the beauty of music videos, because the music video can tie things together visually and it's allowed to be on the nose because it's visual, right? It's like I'm seeing something and you can make that artistic and part of the soundtrack that I'm listening to. Versus like if I hear some guy screaming in metal, like they take our stuff and make us and they monitor us and the government and fuck everything like that. And it's like, yeah, well, okay, we knew that, right? Like, or okay, but you didn't do that. You did that in a way that made me think, oh, this is a political song. You didn't make me think, oh, this is an amazing song. Oh, but now it's got me thinking politically. Like it always has to go the other way every single time. Like anytime you want to, if you ever want to get anybody into anything, never talk about the thing itself. Talk about things that make people think, that lead people to the thing. You know, like seriously, it's like Inception 101. Come on. I'm basically just calling out the songwriting of Lamb of God. I mean, get real, man. Like I could write a better album than that. Blah blah blah. I can't do that.
I think that might have been why one of the Adler brothers left the band recently.
Left Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Maybe because they disagreed. It was very Lamb of God's.
It was
the
creative
album
differences.
Probably
So.
the album itself was it was very left leaning. Some of the things they were saying,
especially later
or could be
on.
interpreted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I don't remember exactly which one it was, because I know Chris Adler, who either was or is a drummer, depending on which one. He also did an album with Protest the Hero a while back as well. Which, I mean, they're real lefty loosey. If you listen to their stuff, but also still good.
That's
Plus,
actually
Adler's
that's actually one of like the really redeeming things about metal is that like you can have a very overt message as to what you believe in and what you're trying to get people to think about, but it can still be fucking metal. And it can be amazing, you know.
It's good.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, most other genres don't really lend themselves to that. It's not like, yeah, you know, I'm an atheist, but that Christian rock song really got to me. Like that fucking happens, dude. I'm a Catholic. I fucking hate Christian rock.
Yeah, but like I mean, in that vein, you know, I'm 100% atheist, but like I like
Gregorian chant,
Demon Hunter.
Or Demon Hunter.
They're Catholic as shit, but I mean they're good.
Yeah, or Powerwolf. Powerwolf is also just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Powerwolf?
I've heard of them. I don't think I ever. I've dismissed them.
They're just.
I probably shouldn't
just,
have, but
they're just like super hella fun power metal, but they're one of those things where like, I know you don't like power metal, I know, but like, they're fun just because their lyrics are so outlandishly like, we do the right thing and pray God, like, or this and that, and like their lyrics are ridiculous, and I think there's part of it is that they're a non-English band making their songs in English, and
like what? It's just Google Translate.
Yeah, kind of. And I think that I mean, I'm sure they speak it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not American. They speak multiple languages, right? But the thing is, I remember reading like that, like they were releasing these songs and people were like, oh man, it's so funny that it's so like, you know, like tongue in cheek the way you guys did that. And they're like, no, we're being serious with our lyrics. And it's like, really? Are you? You don't want to say that out loud?
Dude, you know what's funny is the only real power metal band that I've really ever gotten into was Icedearth, and of course they had their whole thing where, yeah, they were the band where their fucking lead singer was in the Capitol riots, so they're done now.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course. I don't know if I've ever listened to any. Okay, I'll listen to their top track.
They have a lot of albums, and honestly, they're really good, straight up.
I'm counting 6, 12, 18. They have 19 albums according to Spotify. Oh, yeah. Some of these might be re-records, but still, that's freaking nuts.
Not that many. They have a lot, straight up. But let's see. Who else? Oh yeah. As far as actual
these guys are old school power metal.
Oh yeah.
This is like they're like Sabaton. I'm not sorry. They're like Black Sabbath level almost.
They've been around for a while. Here, though, U.S.
Yeah.
Are you listening to this show and thinking, man, I'd like to start a podcast, but I don't even know where to start? Well, Buzzsprout has the answers for you. Buzzsprout is a podcast hosting service that provides a number of valuable resources to help you on your podcasting career path. For one, Buzzsprout offers indefinite hosting of all your episodes and allows you to host as much material as you want, depending on the type of subscription that you opt for. Buzzsprout also provides a means for getting your show hosted to every major podcasting platforms such as iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, you name it. In addition, Buzzsprout also provides various means to get your show monetized through various sponsorship and affiliate programs, links to other paid hosting platforms such as Patreon and YouTube, and your own personal newsroom to learn all the tips and tricks for optimizing your podcast for the greatest return on your investment. If you're hearing all this and you're still interested, you can go to my link below and receive an Amazon gift card for starting a podcast hosting subscription that you'll receive on the second billing period of your podcast journey. Everyone has something to share, and there's no time like the present. Join Buzzsprout today.
They have some like doobie elements from around. I think they go to these like slow, what's the word I'm looking for? Like ballad level things. Maybe not too.
Oh yeah, dude, ballad is probably like the word that describes almost all of their songs.
So like they're
That's
the
what they
Bob
go
Dylan.
for.
They're the Bob Dylan of metal.
Well, fuck Bob Dylan. But in terms of actual albums, I did finally pick up this gem, Coalchamber. Coalchamber. Whenever they came back, straight new metal, straight up.
Ooh, Jude, I love me some good new metal.
Or I don't know if you're familiar with Devil Driver at all.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Same singer. In fact. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Coalchamber is Dez's original band.
So that album came out in 2015.
Yes.
Damn. All right, let's check it out.
Look at when the previous album came out though, like 2001 or something like that.
It was 2003.
Yeah. And their issue is they broke up because they just couldn't stop fucking fighting each other. At the
pretty
end.
much.
And they're local too. They're from around here somewhere, or maybe SoCal. But
To me, I know I've mentioned it on this show before. I've had to have at this point. The side project that I will always get super sad about is Blacklight Burns.
Yep. You did.
I know. Just that first album was so goddamn good, and then after that, it just kind of petered out. And like I have a respect for paparoach that I never had before, simply because the lead singer created that album. You know, it's just incredible.
What do you mean?
Well, because Black Light Burns, if I'm not mistaken, it was the side project of the guy who did Paparoach. The lead singer Paparoach is the guy who did Black Light Burns.
Jacoby?
Yeah,
Really?
let me check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hang on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were going to talk about the guys from Cybreed.
Oh no,
that's what you meant.
Them breaking up at all is terrible.
Yeah, true.
No, no, Black Light Burns. They had 3 albums.
Okay, that's something different then.
Yeah, hang on. It's Wes Borland.
Oh, Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, not Papa Roach. Fuck Papa Roach. It's Limp Bizkit. So they, I'm sorry, Limp Bizkit. Papa Roach is no longer my best friend. Limp Bizkit is now my best friend.
Fuck yeah. You know that they're playing
cruel
in Florida
melody
sometime this summer.
Papa Roach?
No, Limp Bizkit.
Oh, dude, nice. I go see that.
Hey, love him or hate him, you gotta respect him. Straight
dude,
up.
they did their thing.
Fuck yeah. But
Mesopotamia.
Shit, what was I gonna say? No. Oh yeah. Speaking of Papa Roach, my so I had a friend here who's his mom used to be neighbors with Jacoby's parents.
Oh no shit.
A while back, and I remember he was telling me a story about how so he's a few years younger than me. I haven't seen him in a while, but buddy Taylor was telling me about this was like kind of around the same time when like the very first album was starting to blow up.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he still lived at home with his parents or whatever. He was like, "Oh yeah, we used to sneak into the Shaddix's pool like all the time during the summer." And he was like, "Yeah, there was this one time when Jacoby was like home from vacation or touring or whatever the fuck it was." He's like, "Yeah, he caught us in our pool and ended up chasing us down the street with his fucking skateboard." And they're like, "Yeah, we're just yelling back," and I'm like, "Papa Roach sucks. Fuck you."
That's awesome. That's amazing.
There's Cali living for you.
I know. California, like living here, is like one of those things where people are like, "Oh yeah, I've totally had this crazy thing happen to me like all the time," or like nothing. It's just like you know. The closest I've ever had is I've seen Danny Pudi like 3 times.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the guy who plays Abed in Community.
Oh, okay.
But he lives in Pasadena. That's why. I've seen him twice at Vroman's, and I saw him once when I was driving through my neighborhood, my parents' neighborhood.
That's funny.
And I was like, "That
were
looks
you weird about it?"
I mean, well, no, I had no interaction with him. Although, pretty close to when I moved to LA, or maybe it was like, you know, maybe a year or 2 in, I actually saw Donald Glover come into a bar that I was at. So I saw him walk by me. He was at the bar. He was next to me for like maybe 10 minutes. We went outside for a smoke, and then he walked by us, and he left with some chick he didn't come in with. But it looked like they knew each other, so it didn't look like he was picking somebody up. Because he did look like he was coming to meet friends. But like the entire time he's just like stone cold. He was like chill, but like he wasn't like, he just was like, "Yeah, I'm here, I'm hanging out."
Just hanging out, yeah.
Like, you know, but me and my roommate were like, because like that was also like 2 weeks after he had released. I think it was his. Oh shit! Which album was it? It would have been the album like around 2000, like 15 or 16. Hang on. It would have been, what album was it? Childish Gambino. What album was it? It was after Awaken My Love. the one I'm pretty sure he won an Emmy for that one, didn't he?
You tell me.
I don't
I
remember.
got no idea.
But it was amazing. It was a fucking solid. It was like his really experimental album, and like he was like so hipster hot, like everyone loved it.
I was gonna say, yeah, just the bar that's like kitty corner from my house over here on our block. One of my roommates ran into Allison Brie
Oh yeah.
back in the day, or
Oh.
no, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel.
I'll take either of them. They're both beautiful.
Captain Marvel.
And also,
And she was apparently not used to. This was like just when that was announced back then, and I guess she like wasn't used to being
she probably
famous yet.
Or yeah, that's an adjustment period.
Yeah.
I mean, because part of the reason she got her start because of her incredible performance in The Room. Like, so I could see, like, I mean, she kind of like catapulted pretty quickly, from what I understand. But no, honestly, it would be just so wonderful to talk to either of them. I'm sure they have like a wealth of experience, just like really great stories. Like it would be real. I mean,
or horrible ones.
or horrible ones. But that's like a serious thing too, right? Like what shit did they have to go through, right? I mean, and sure, as a woman actress, and they're both incredibly attractive, like they probably had to deal with maybe more horrible things than like the ugly actresses or ugly actors did. Like, I don't know. It's just I'm not like super on that whole like we have to be as woke as possible thing in that, because I just don't, as a rule, like pick hyper one side or hyper the other. But like, we've talked about systemic racism in America. There's definitely systemic sex abuse in Hollywood. That's been proved time and time again. But like, no one's, I think, ever really published that, and that narrative isn't as loud as it should be. And so I hope neither of them have stories that way. I mean, honestly, that's the best scenario, right? That neither of them had to deal with that. That would be the ideal, because no one should. So anyway, it's the moment in the night where I'm like, oh man, I have been positive for too long. My brain is forcing me to be negative right now.
Not enough grimdark.
Not enough grimdark. No. I know. I need a planet of about 1 billion people just exploding and dying.
Yeah, right. Oh, I know. I got to start practicing. Speaking of grimdark, especially once for LVO. But it's shit. That's the one thing that's gonna kind of put a damper in my $4,000 a month plan is the monthly tournament. But
just in terms of the day,
I can still figure it out.
Honestly, dude, if you get 2 games in a week, that's the same as going to a tournament. That's more the games than going to the tournament in the month.
Yeah, true.
So if you're part of the league, I would just run off that and then just try. I mean, people are starving for games.
Yeah. Well, I took a break this next go around.
Me too.
Here.
I haven't had the time.
So I'm just gonna try and go all out, make money, and also try and get into a couple sets here. I still gotta write some shit down, but
oh yeah, for sure.
I gotta work on that. And and speaking of Warhammer, I also got this fucking guy to work on now too.
Oh, damn son.
Yeah. So that'll be nice. And I finally got my hands on the Inceptors that I got from Bobby here and fully built.
How's the quality?
The rocket bases. One of them is missing one of the vanes. One of the
you can actually probably pick those up pretty.
Vanes.
You could probably pick those up pretty easily.
Those are probably damage.
Or you could do that. But either way.
I also figured out that he accidentally sent me 7 of these guys instead of 6. So.
Well, guess who I just tweeted?
Nobody.
Yeah, no one, because I
haven't seen it.
use Twitter ever.
But let's see. bands. Speaking of which, oh yeah, I just saw XDO has a new record coming out.
When? I love XDO.
Ish.
No.
Wonder if
because they released that single, the Philosopher King, and it was so good. But it was a single. And it was like early 2020.
that might be. I wonder if they're on iTunes yet. Let's find out. Yeah, 13 Years of Nero coming out towards the end of August.
Oh my god! They also have something I didn't know. They have a single out that I haven't heard called Imperator.
That's on that album.
Oh my god. Okay.
And it looks like, yeah, this one, The Philosopher King, isn't even on that album.
Right.
So it's like a single.
Yeah, I've seen them do that. I've seen multiple bands do that before, of just like having the single.
I have to check that one out. Shit, I didn't even know about that.
Philosopher King's one of my favorites. I really like it.
Let's see.
Looks like they had the Roman. I don't remember. I don't think I've heard that one yet. That was a single from 2017.
That was on the previous album, wasn't it?
Was it on the Immortal Wars?
Or
yeah, it was on the Immortal Wars. Never mind, my bad.
Yeah, that sounds old.
Yeah, it was on the Immortal Wars, which is in 2017. The Immortal Wars being their best album. Caligula is pretty good. Wrongless is rough, but I like it.
No, it's the OG. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's OG. The Immortal Wars, though, like you could listen to the first 5 tracks in a row, and it's like you're listening to a history book. Just like just insane.
I think my favorite song of theirs was Apian Way off of Caligula. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Towards the end there.
I think my favorite one is Carthago Delenda Est. Cato Major. It's like the 5th track on Immortal Wars.
That's one of the instrumental ones, isn't it?
No.
Or am I wrong?
No, it's the one where it's like it begins with the drums and it's like Carthago Delenda Est. Like the whole track is literally just because the Immortal Wars, like the first 3 tracks are from the perspective of Carthage. Then there's the intermezzo, which is the instrumental track number 4, and then track number 5 is just like Rome, like, all right, fuck this, we're done, we're over this shit, and they just like go to town.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like I have like it's funny too because like sometimes I listen to metal and I have these like 40K inspired music videos in my head, and that song I always think of for like the Ultramarines because they're like basically Romans. Like, so I don't know, stupid as that is.
Actually, speaking of 40K, I downloaded Blender for the PC.
Oh, nice.
So I gotta get around to figuring out how to use that.
You want to get picked up by GW?
No, fuck that. I got my own ideas.
Nice.
But there are some, which also kind of reminds me. I mean, from what did they take down the old Desardi series from YouTube?
They did. The guy. So every artist that's been picked up by GW has done so under the agreement they take their YouTube videos down. You could probably find a bootleg very easily.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, but yeah.
Because it just kind of hit me the other day. I wonder when they're going to get around to the point where they try and send a cease and desist to like FLG.
I don't think they'd ever. No, they're not going to. Wait, FLG? Why would they send a cease and desist to FLG?
Why is the sky blue? I don't know.
You mean Frontline Games?
Games Workshop. Yeah.
They've partnered with FLG for the last 5 years.
For now.
But what is FLG doing that's infringement on patent?
They could probably figure out something.
Is this the tail end of the bull?
You never know.
Are you going full paranoid on me right now? I gotta talk you down.
It's a possibility.
No,
I'm just saying, you never know.
No, FLG Games Workshop will never backstab FLG for the sole reason that FLG's events have brought so many people into and back to the hobby. And so when they got new leadership, they realized, oh fuck, this is the symbiotic relationship we need to be having. Because their old leadership did one thing right, which was making their model quality beyond compare. So Games Workshop's design is a thanks to Kirby and when he was there and everything. When he left, all they had to do was keep the art on staff, keep the concepts there. But then they started adopting modern tactics. Instead of going after people for third-party stuff, they started absorbing them. Instead of punishing retailers, they started rewarding retailers. Instead of not giving a shit about independent tournament circuits, aka FLG, they started working very exclusive with them. Like, for example, like one of the rules that FLG has is like if you're on one of their it's the Games Workshop has. Let me change it this way. If you're clever, or if you'll notice, yeah, 7th edition, right, and 8th edition 40K, the missions were provided by Frontline Gaming. 9th edition, they weren't. 9th edition just says Games Workshop's mission. So that's our stuff. And that's because when Games Workshop saw the success of how Frontline did missions with the custom things and the custom FAQs, they were like, oh shit, people love our game if we actually take care of it right. These people are taking care of it right because they like it and they're making a ton of money off of it. So we're definitely going to approach them and we're not going to tell them to stop, because if we tell them to stop, then first off, there's no grounds. They're doing custom rules for a game they bought. At that point, it's out of their hands. So what's next? If you can't beat them, join them, right? Let's make a partnership. Let's develop things. Let's work together. And so, like, you know what you'll never see on Frontline? Anything truly bad-mouthing Games Workshop.
Sure.
Like, truly bad-mouthing. You'll see things where it's, like, reasonable critiques, but you'll never see anybody, like, hardcore bad-mouthing them. And that's part of the point, right? It's the fake censorship. And that's smart. That's what they should be doing as a company. That's what they should be doing in their positions. But there's no way. There's no way they're going to ever backstab or do anything stupid like that. No, not at all. Oh, crossing fingers here too, man. Like,
I'm just worried about
I was the fella that
guys anymore.
Yeah. I was the fella that said Bitcoin was a farce.
Yeah, right.
Look at me now. Actually, there is a great aged like wine post where it's this guy in 2010, and he's like, Bitcoin's at $1. It's so high. Everyone needs to buy as much Bitcoin as they can. And then it says, here he is now. And he's like, it showed him like buying a Lambo, checking into like Montenegro, just like chilling, like having his absolute fucking best life because he's a quadrillionaire now. And it's like, good for you, man. You seem like a nice guy when you were making that video. I'm glad you got your money. Based on the 5 seconds of interaction with your information that I have.
If only.
All
right. One thing you did tell me, you did remind me. I do kind of wonder what it'd be like to be just like filthy rich here in the 90s.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
Specifically the 90s?
90s, late 80s. Like, I'd like to think I'd be a good person, but I'd probably just be a massive piece of shit.
All right.
Who knows?
Who knows? But it's getting late here at Casa de Malone's.
Speaking of shit, once again, if you haven't done so already, go down to the corner.
Socials.
Like and subscribe. Multi-Murdy Media. You will get the jankityasspodcast playlist. You will get the Gutsy Ass Gamer, which is my video games and Twitch. I got more stuff coming up eventually here soon, hopefully. Ponch's Paint Booth, that's all models and hobbies. I also got stuff coming up there soon. Hopefully, probably, definitely. And also you can find Multi-Murdy Media on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. I gotta load up some more stuff there too, actually. Later, though.
Yeah.
And multimedia.com for the full website experience. You'll get links to all the shows. You'll
Full
also
girlfriend
see,
experience.
yeah, right. If only. You also get all the Instagram posts are there too, as well, for you to check out. And what else? Also, yeah, my model gallery. Speaking of the paint booth, it's all my 40K miniatures and all that stuff there for your viewing pleasure, as well as all the shows. And Tom here, you can find
me on TFG Radio, where I talk about all things contemporary with 40K with the LVO judges. You can also now find me once a month on Pod Save the Imperium, where we talk about 40K lore from a perspective of historical analysis, like a what if or is this possible kind of thing. Pretty cool. We just started it.
I was just wondering about that.
Yep, just started it.
So
literally recorded it last week.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like a extra narrative type of deal, or
long story short, it's basically like, yeah, we look at things in the story and like talk about their viability or make historical comparisons, or like we talk about the lore from a perspective of like, was that the right choice, but not from a writer, but from like the perspective of the individual. Think like historians arguing over history. What would have, like, how could you have won the Battle of the Bulge, or how could you have done this different? And like people arguing like, no. Like the topic we have for this first episode is the Imperium a viable form of government? And usually we go kind of half and half. One person says yes, the other person says no. Other two people are kind of floaters, go back and forth. But yeah, so pretty good. So now I, instead of doing TFG Radio 3 times a month, I do each of these podcasts once a month.
There you go. If it works, it works.
Hey, I'm finally getting a routine, thankfully.
I don't know. Now we just got to figure out how to make real money someday.
Cash money.
Hopefully. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you're how long do we do? Oh yeah, we're over 2 hours. I definitely got another good 3 weeks worth of shit here. So
some primo shit.
So here we go. The big outro. That's all of our plugs. That is everything for now. I would finish this, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, so whatever. But that won't be the end of the show. So as always, we will see you next week or whatever.
Bye-bye now.